Hey everyone. Just kind of wanted to share some thoughts with you guys and maybe get a conversation going and at the same time uh, show some solidarity. So I was speaking with some friends of mine who are in state government, and they went to an event in Reno where there were some speakers, and at this event they heard a story. Um, the the event they had invited one of the uh, men behind the protests in Hong Kong. One of the guys that started it, founded it, initiated it. I don't know how you would put it or what the actual case is, but he was one of the guys that started it, and they wanted him to come speak at this event, and he wanted to come speak at the event. The event was somewhere, I'm not sure. This particular event has been traveling around, um, and they invited him to come speak about the protests and about their situation. And what happened was he was detained when he went to the airport and attempted to fly over here to the United States. And the apparently they just told him, we're going to hold you until this event's over. We don't want you over there speaking, and telling the story as to why there's 2 million people in the streets. And the people throwing the event ended up traveling to Hong Kong to talk to the guy, and that was the story that was conveyed to our friends at this event. And they said what they saw was exactly what we're seeing online. They're in the streets, they're waving American flags, they're quoting our founders, and they, most importantly, I think they conveyed the message that they know that this is their only chance. And I assume what they meant by that was that, that they know communism is fixing to take them out. The Communist Party of China, the laws with taking citizens from Hong Kong back to the mainland China. And boy, does that sound familiar, right? I mean, we could go through the Declaration of Independence and transferring citizens overseas to be prosecuted in kangaroo courts. The idea that they know that they have to make a stand here or they're going to get picked off individually by the system, by the communist system, is that really makes me think, and also it begs the question, is America, the United States of America, worthy of that right now? The way the people of Hong Kong look at us, and this is supposed to be the last place for people to go when their countries are taken over by communism. But those of us here, standing up for human rights here and natural rights here, we know that that's kind of a sham, that that's not true, that we have communism pounding at our back door, and being usurped here, our republics being usurped here by the same ideas. And so I'm torn, right? It's I want to speak out for them, standing for human rights, and I saw, our Congressman Fulcher voted for some resolutions, and some House resolutions were passed. But what does that do? Really, I remember a time, I'm not quite that old, but I do remember a time when our government fought communism by any means necessary. And now here we are, and it's on our doorstep too. Um, are we still fighting communism? You know, where's the CIA at? Are they over there? I hope so. I pray. I mean, I guess now is a good time to say it too. You know, look me up. let's let's fight communism. Let's stand for the. These people are literally waving American flags and quoting our founders and their ideas, and we're sending troops to Saudi Arabia. What is that? Hmm. But the main focus of the video I want to be, you know, showing. My name's Eric Parker, right? I live in Idaho, the United States. I'm watching you guys over there, and I'm praying for you, and I hope that you mean it when you say that you know this is your only chance to stand, um, because it's true. And if anybody over there in Hong Kong who's organizing, who's looking at setting up a defense and organizing to defend against communism, um, if you'd like, uh, come to Boise, Idaho. Fly into Boise, Idaho, and we'll talk with you and maybe show you some things and talk about defense and what that looks like when you have unarmed protesters and a system pointing rifles, threatening to kill them. I think that I'd love to talk to you guys about what that looks like. I've been there, and you're going to have a decision to make. And it's a serious one. I don't know, just felt obligated to say, hey, we're with you. We're praying for you here in Idaho. And